There he is. Scott Coker, are you there?
Speaking. Yeah.
Wow. Scott, yeah, I got to say, what a mensch you are, Scott. You know, I asked my people, I said, hey, can we get Scott on the phone? We need to clear something up. We've had a lot of drama on the show today, and there's only one man who can clear this up, and it's Scott Coker. And I'm told Scott Coker said no. And I said, you know what? I don't believe it. I don't believe Scott Coker said no. All I want is 5 minutes. I don't believe it. So I'm going to reach out to you live on the air, and here you are, as always, reliable as ever. You show up.
Great. Put me on the spot.
Okay, so you have no idea what I'm about to ask you.
No, I have no idea.
Let me fill you in, Scott, because we've had quite the show today. We've talked all kinds of Bellator stuff. We had Benson Henderson on. We had James Gallagher on. But then we had Michael Chandler on. And this is where things got really interesting, okay? So Michael Chandler's on. He's all fired up. He's calling Brent Primus a part-time fighter. He's very upset. And then we get to Patricio Pitbull, okay? The Pitbull brother, the 145-pound champion. And he is saying that he agreed to a fight against Patricio Pitbull on April 13th, live and free on the Paramount Network from the Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri. He was all excited about this, right? He's 2-0 against Patricky, but he wanted a shot at the lighter brother, right? Okay, they've had a long standing feud. He said he signed a bout agreement. And then he said that Patricio Pitbull got a bout agreement and said, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. Patricio Pitbull has been saying, I was told that it was going to be an interim title fight for 5 rounds. And once I got the bout agreement, no interim title fight, no 5 rounds. I'm not taking this 3-round fight. I'm a champion. I deserve to fight for a belt. He said his brother, Patricky, was offered this interim title fight against Michael Chandler. And for whatever reason, it was then given to him. And then, Scott, this happened. We called Patricio, and they were both talking at the same time. They were going back and forth. And I know you've seen us do this before with Eddie Alvarez and Gilbert Melendez. This was like version 2 of that. And they were both going at it. One guy said, interim title fight. The other guy said no interim title fight. And so we had this disconnect. And of course, now Michael Chandler is fighting Brandon Gertz. But this was magic, Scott. As a promoter, you would love this. This is the kind of thing that you can repackage and put on Paramount Network, on Spike.com, on Bellator.com. No more Spike.com, but you get the point. This was gold, Scott. I'm telling you, this is gold. But then I said we needed Scott Coker to clear it up. Was there an interim title fight offered, or was there not an interim title fight offered? And then we couldn't reach you. But now here you are. So please, Scott, explain to us what happened here. One guy's saying interim title fight. The other is saying no, the fight's not happening. It's a bit disappointing. What can you tell us? What happened?
Well, I can tell you this, that I can see why there's a misunderstanding. And the misunderstanding was this, when we, found out that Primus was not going to be available, we reached out to Pitbull and the 155-pound brother and said, hey, we'd like you to fight. And, we're thinking about doing the interim title because, Primus has been out for a while. He's looking to be out for a period of time. And, were you interested? He said, no, because I think he said yes, and then I think he turned it down, or something happened where he couldn't do the fight, and I think it's due to injury. And then so we said, okay, well, why don't we do a fight that could be a lot of fun, that there's already some heat on, and we'll offer it to the younger brother, 145-pound Pitbull, and at the end of the day, we said, yeah, but we don't, this should not be a title fight. This should just be a fun fight. But so we signed the bout agreement over to him, and it was at 3 rounds. It was just a non-title fight, and so Michael Chandler is correct, but there was a original contract offered to the first brother, but we felt like, look, what's going to happen? What if the brother wins the title, and then the 155-pound Pitbull wants to fight him for the title, the brother versus brother? I don't think that's going to happen. So, we just felt like we should just leave it separate. And then when that didn't work out, he wanted a 5-round fight. He thought it was a 5-round fight, but I think that was just a misunderstanding between my guys and his management.
Ah, okay. Now I understand it. So the older brother or the other brother, I think Patricia. Well, they're twins, right? So, are they twins? Are they in fact twins, or are they actual brothers? What is it?
No. I think they're brothers. I think they're twins.
Okay. Well, the 155 Pitbull, Patricky Pitbull, was offered an interim title fight against Michael Chandler. But then once he couldn't take the fight, you said, let's go to the Patricio Pitbull brother and offer him a non-interim title fight, just a 3-round fight. And he was like, no, I want the deal that my brother was getting, and you guys weren't interested in doing that. Is that accurate?
That is correct. That's a correct statement right there.
And do you feel like, you know what, interim title fights, they're being passed around like candy these days. We should have just done it. It's a big fight. People are into it. Why not just do it? Do you feel like that was a mistake to not offer Patricio Pitbull the interim title fight?
You know what? I don't, because now you're stuck in a situation where when his brother's healthy to fight. Who's he going to fight? Well, if he beats Chandler, then the brother's going to fight their brother. I mean, you know, I don't think that was something we wanted to do. So we didn't want to put you know, the brothers in that situation. I just don't think it was really clear, or there's a misunderstanding with their management by the time it got to him that this is not, you know, the 5-round offer. This is a 3-round offer, and just to have a fun fight. And you know, I mean, you know, we like to do that from time to time, and let you guys go in there and you know, get it on and see what happens.
Yeah. Wow. What a great story it would have been. Those two have a back and forth. And Michael Chandler says he was never offered an interim title fight against anyone. Is that possible? Did it not get to him?
Yeah, we were actually sourcing it out and seeing if there was any interest from Pitbull, and that we were going to go to Michael. So, you know, where it was left with Michael, I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, you know, we were not interested in putting, you know, the two brothers in the same title contention in the same weight class.
Okay.
And that's why we chose to not do it.
You see? Now it's all cleared up. Now we don't have to speculate and wonder what happened. Now it's a very clear explanation.
Well, there you go. I'm excited that they, you know, had a lot of heat on it. And someday those two guys might fight. You never know.
Yeah, and you can take that clip, by the way, free of charge. You can use it. I'm just kind of bummed that the fight isn't happening because I feel like there's so much heat behind that fight. I mean, that's a promoter's dream right there.
Well, listen, if you think that Chandler Gertz is not going to be a great matchup, that guy can scrap too. So I think, you know, it's going to be a great matchup at the Family Arena on April 13th.
Way to go, Scott. That was perfect promoting on your part. You take the direction that I'm in, and then you go in the other direction to the fight that's actually happening. See, that's why you are who you are.
I will just call it the handoff.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
Hand it off and
well, I'm gonna
appreciate everything, Ariel.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to stay true to my word. 5 minutes. I know you're a very busy man. You got a lot of things coming up. We talked to Benson Henderson April 6th, of course, Bellator 196 in Budapest, Hungary, and he's fighting Roger Huerta, which is a very cool story. And then you have this card on April 13th, and of course, Bellator 200 is coming back. Last thing, Scott, I promise I'm putting you on the spot here, but I'm very upset about the tape delay, and I've talked to you. Is there anything you could tell us about the tape delay situation?
You know, hopefully we'll have an update soon, but they are trying to work something out where it might be sitting on our app early,
yes,
or live, and it might be on the Paramount app. So I'm trying to get some clarification, but maybe we are working on it. This is not something that we take lightly. It's just, you know, sometimes we're in a situation where the station has commitments, and, you know, and our international partners have commitments of when they want to air the program, but you know, we do want to make it right, and we think the sport should be live, and we're doing our best to make that happen.
Well done. Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate it. Keep it up. We're looking forward to next week, and thank you for doing this on such short notice. I told you I wasn't going to blindside you. I just wanted clarification. That's all.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We'll get to clarify it, and tune in on 13. I'll tell you, Chris Chandler is going to be a record second fight.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Bye.
There he is, the one and only Scott Coker.